I'm hoping all this works correctly. I don't know if it will. Okay. It says it's working, but I'm not getting a preview on my stream. Oh, there we go. There it goes. Okay, we're live. Everything seems to be working properly. I have not streamed in 3 months. Solid record. I know. I was doing decent too. I was like streaming every time or every so often, and I haven't done the solo stream in a while, and I haven't done Facecam stream in a while, and a lot of stuff. So I'm essentially vibing right now. And I wanted to check this out because I bought it. I don't know why I bought it. This is the Stanley Parable. I'm hoping everything. I'm trying to like watch OBS stream, YouTube, everything. I gotta watch everything. It's rough, but I guess I'll watch OBS. No, I don't need to watch OBS because I just watch the stream on. I gotta just watch the stream. Make sure everything's going correctly and working correctly. I can only hope, and nothing crazy happens. It's been, like I said, it's been a bit, so I'm trying to get used to. I'm trying to get everything figured out again. Let me see if chat works real quick. That should show up on stream. I hope. I can only hope. It's not showing up for me. Oh wait, no, I know it's not showing up. Hold up. I gotta move this way up. Yeah, there we go. It's a bit small, but it'll be fine. Yeah. Everything can work like it's supposed to. I can only hope. I hope everything can work like it's supposed to. Alright, let's get this started. So, this is the Stanley Parable Ultimate Deluxe Edition game thing that came out a little while ago. I bought it right before I lost the ability to get it on sale because I had the original. I've watched a way back, I think when the Stanley Parable was around the time it was first released and getting updated with new more endings, which is like way back. I watched a full playthrough, so I knew everything. Kind of, sort of. I only remember a few bits actually now. But I tried to record this way back as well. I've tried to record this like 2-3 times. The Stanley Parable, not the Deluxe. And I've come up with mixed results. I didn't feel like the videos were the greatest, so I just didn't go with it, you know. Okay, so the audio is fine. That's good. It's always great so the audio is fine. The stream's good. I could probably just watch OBS. We'll just go with it. We're gonna hope everything is fine. We're gonna hope that it all works nice and dandy and everything's just perfect, you know. And so we're gonna try to play it on stream. And we're gonna see what happens. Hopefully it's interesting. The reason I didn't like recording it was I felt like I was just kind of like roaming around, just nothing. Like I didn't really add to the experience. But I'm gonna stream it, the Deluxe Edition, because I want to see what it's about. And I know it's 4 minutes in and I haven't played the game yet, but I want to make sure everything's good. And in case anybody wants to like hop in, say hello, they can. That's possible. Yes. All right. Let's play. Please choose subtitle language. English. Play the Stanley Parable before. Yes. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. Just hit confirm. I don't care. Please enter the current time. What is the current time? It is 2:30. Settings can be accessed in the main menu. I know there's like a bunch of different secrets and stuff you can mess around with in this game that they've added. I want to know what's different from the main game. Hi Sky, how's it going? Let's just begin the game. Let's just see where it goes. So I know that everything that was originally added to the game, or originally in the game, is here. And they added on top of that.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed
It looks like they
buttons on
updated the
keyboard.
engine, maybe.
Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk,
know.
telling him what buttons to push,
Or-
how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day
Not sure.
of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
I'm trying not to
No
talk
one
over
had
the
showed up
dialogue.
to give
I
him
don't want to.
instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
They have so much money that they just hire a bunch of Stanleys to write code. Anyways. I'm hitting the mouse. That's weird. Anyways, so it kind of looks like the graphics are better. I can't tell if they moved from the source engine and then made it look like the source engine, or if it's just better source engine. I think it's just
All
better
of his
source engine.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh yeah.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
That was fast. I remember that.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and
This is still
realized
here.
it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be?
I remember this.
Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Yeah.
Ah, then in that case, we'll continue.
We'll continue.
But now, here comes the
no.
real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different?
I have
Would I
no
have taken
idea.
the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here
Yeah.
just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other option so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Anyways, yeah, I remember this. I like colliding in games and trying to break it, begin the game again. Yeah, I remember that. It's funny.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Oh, please.
Oh, wait.
Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times.
thought it
Is
was this
that
door.
all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly
so-
5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's
Yeah,
the kind of
I
effort that
like
warrants
achievement hunting,
recognition.
so I know about this one as well. This is unchanged.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost
50
certainly.
clicks.
50 clicks.
I'm gonna E, by the way.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost.
Yeah,
Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Yeah, like, I feel like a commentary really, like, face cam and commentary doesn't really do this game justice. Because it's just so narrative.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
Like, I feel like this game is best served as a,
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now,
the
door
game. But I'm
415.
live
Let's give
streaming, I
it
might as well
10
continue.
clicks or so.
415, 10 clicks. As well as achievement, and...
Now, back to door number 437.
Heck the boot. You can't jump. Get your first achievement. Why did I... 437. I didn't...
Let's see.
What?
How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
Is this the
All
copy
right,
machine?
back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
This isn't even the bread of the butter of the game. I'm just messing around.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
Is that possible? That is.
Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
That's way past here. I like the way how already 12 minutes in, I'm just messing around with stuff. What is that? I forget what. What? 416?
We've almost got it!
Yeah.
Now the copy machine, do that one again! Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on... Yes! We did
Click
it!
on the...
Oh,
the
wow.
door.
That felt amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking?
Anyways, now we can get to the bread and butter of the game after
When
messing around
Stanley
for a bit.
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I entered the one on the right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
Beautifully
Stanley's but
constructed.
eager to get
What?
back to
Okay.
business.
All right.
Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I don't want to. I want to take the one straight away. I'm just going to completely ignore him on this run. I feel like that'd be great.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Wow. I think, like, it looks
Look,
better
Stanley,
in some
I
ways.
think perhaps we've gotten off on
Not
the
to say
wrong
it's bad.
foot
It's
here.
not.
I'm not
different,
your
but
enemy,
I feel
really.
like it's
I'm
better.
not. I realize that
Same
investing your
analysis. That's not
trust in
bad.
someone else can be difficult, but
Also,
the
I
fact
also
is
could be
that the
blind.
story has been about nothing but you all this time.
A good
There's
job.
someone you've
I
been
kinda wanna know.
neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
The red door.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked. All right,
The
fine,
subtitles
go ahead,
changed to
Stanley.
red.
You want to know
That's
so
a nice
badly
detail.
what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Oh, is it nothing?
You see? There's nothing here.
Unfinished
I haven't even
textures.
finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me.
I feel like
absolutely.
I feel like this
so
joke would be
far.
better if this room was
Tell
like
you what,
expanded
take
in
a
some
stab
way.
in the dark at a new design, and you can
I
give
think
me
I
some
remember this
feedback.
ending as well.
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with
Oh
this
wait,
new
yeah, I
version.
forgot. This is.
Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical
I want to rate it
feedback here.
5 out of 5. I think this was a great experience.
You see, I knew I was onto something.
see, I think
Where
this
do
is
these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul.
I see what this room
You can't
is
teach
for.
that,
It's used for
Stanley.
this.
Don't even
kinda
try.
funny.
Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version.
I didn't
And to
play
be
it previous
perfectly
playthrough.
candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
What'd you do? Oh, what in the world? Oh, the leaderboard. Oh, the worldwide leaderboard. In total, doors open. Let's go. Is this a speedrun record or how long they've been playing the game? Wars run? Did you know that 21.3% of players skipped the intro sequence? And only the worst 3% of players chose the blue door. You need to get to the correct door. Compete against to improve your daily career. Oh, this is you. Nice. Why not ask some friends for help? Friends list is empty. Nice. Do not remember this. 98.9% of players are more attractive than Stanley. This is your superior, a dead rat. Ranked. Oh, what? Did I walk through the wrong door? No, wait, no, I didn't. Did I?
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped
It
you
helped
feel motivated
massively.
to keep
I
walking
felt
through
like
doors?
I should be
Again,
grinding this
honest
game
answers,
24/7. Clearly.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been
nice.
working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Oh no. This is the
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches
I
the
love the
fire,
plant that
you
makes the
fail.
room so
It's a very
lively.
meaningful game, all about the
about to see if I can
desperation and
move it.
tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give
I'm
it 4
genuinely
hours of play
curious
to make sure it's effective?
what it would look
Be
after
sure to
4
keep
hours.
notes on
I'm
your
genuinely
experience.
curious to see what anything happens. Oh my god, that is loud. I can't spam it, sadly. Just. Yeah, anyways, I was generally curious to see what would happen after 4 hours if anything interesting happens. Oh no, I fell.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
No, I
Because
slipped
if
and
it's the
tripped and
latter,
fell.
well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
I don't know. It's Minecraft, right? It's just Minecraft. This is
Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious
No
to me that
way.
you were meant to play as a creepy man.
No,
spying on
don't
innocent
ruin
civilians below you
Firewatch.
from up high in your
No.
creep tower. Perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose.
No.
Yes, that must be it.
Don't
what a
do
fascinating
that.
venture into
No.
the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything
This is so
about this game,
cool.
Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
No way. No way, dude. Hold on, I gotta take this in. Originally, I'm pretty sure it switched to, like, Minecraft or something. I swear. I swear, dude. I was like, I wonder when I'm gonna find, like, new stuff that I... No way! I got, like, the trees and everything. It looks exactly like Firewatch, dude. That's awesome. So, that's actually really impressive. It's really cool. Really well done. I love that they changed that. I wonder if it's completely random, too. I wonder. If they've got a, like, different preset of games. I don't think they do, but it's really cool that they changed it to Firewatch, dude. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Oh, no. No, it can't be.
What? No, I want to play more Firewatch. What is that? I want to read that.
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
No! No! No, not Josie Lake!
Stanley, what a close call. You really wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around, no right or wrong directions.
There
no path
is.
to
The
follow.
game
can
gives
just
you
go
guide on
any-
what to do. But it's so open world, so pretty.
Thank heavens we avoided
Why
it.
is it named Jonesy
We're out of the
Lake?
woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another
No,
game.
Firewatch is so
Preferably
good.
something with walls.
It looks so pretty.
Something with nice,
Aw.
big, insurmountable walls.
So it's pretty over, pretty Firewatch, but Firewatch was good.
Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
No. It's...
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this
Rocket League.
is game design.
This is
Stanley,
literally got
if
Rocket
you
League
manage to get
plastered
lost
everywhere.
in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
All this has to be modeled. It's
Okay,
really
so what
well done.
exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall
No,
run the
no.
bases and do a touchdown together.
It's-
Yes, I think surely we must. Okay,
actually
Stanley,
is.
here's the ball. Have fun.
It's still the same size. No way. It's actually really funny. Why is it so funny? Let's go.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain
Oh,
amount
no,
of
how many
raw
are we gonna
adrenal
spawn?
pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball. Yes. Oh, goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it?
That's only
Stanley,
one.
I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm
Oh, no.
insatiable. More balls.
I want to press. No. They even got like the line or the colors too, for each side of the thing. That's hilarious. I just wanted to like fill the whole court up. I think it'd be really funny just to see everything
Enjoy
get
this, Stanley.
crash the game.
Is this a real video game? Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over.
No.
That's right. Your little fun comes to an end.
I guess I
This is
see
my
this.
game, and what I say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I'm structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But who knows? You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something. After all, you're the one who knows best. Take care, Stanley.
so funny to me. I kind of want to jump down there. Yeah.
Hold on. What are you doing?
Hold on. Where'd it go? Oh.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help
Filing
you.
cabinets.
How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
I enjoy that. I enjoy that a lot that they made some changes to that. Make it makes it more fun. I don't know where to go. I'm a bit worried I'm going to fall off and die somewhere. Oh god, actually it might happen. Oh, I fell. Oh, what in the world? Oh, this is way, way, way old source. This is weird. I remember this being a part of the game, but like, it still feels really weird. Okay. Okay. The cool monitors are still here though, even though it's old source. Employee number 427. This looks more like a studio than an office. Anyways, this looks cool. I guess. Whoa, okay.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
That's neat. I wonder what else has changed. Oh, what's going on? Oh, we're back at the start. I wonder what else has changed, because that's cool that they changed that to like different games from before. I swear to you it was Minecraft before.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
The development cycle took 2 years to make both a Rocket League map successfully work and a Firewatch.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Sure, I'll follow your direction this time. There's no one in the meeting room.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Solve co-workers dispute, let us solve. I'm trying to like see if it's different. I don't know what's different because I don't remember this room. There's 402 plus 405. I want to get rid of the death sport portion. I think that's a stupid idea. More water coolers, more water cooler heaters. Charts need to be more hip. You must have, most of you, synchronized core. Get Chris out of get Chris out of the broom closet. Standard. Wait, what does that say? Standard graphs 40 times wide, not cost efficient. Who? My desk. Anyways, that's neat. The broom closet ending.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Like, I think the first time you get to the broom closet, I feel like it's really funny, but then after it's not as good. It's still really funny, but it feels more like a waste of time than it does just to sit in the broom closet the whole game.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Alright, sure. Oh, wait, we have access to the bathroom now? Because the boss knows that the boss... wait, what the boss says goes. If the bosses suffered losses, then that's what the boss chose. Okay, I don't remember being able to access the executive bathroom before. That's cool. It's actually really funny. It's so horrible, but it's really funny. I don't know why. Anyways, boss's office.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. Woo! He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Left 4 Dead asset, I think. I'm not gonna complain, I think it's really cool. Oh wow, the elevator's like really dark.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Go to work and press a button on a keyboard every day. I feel like if you did that and like were able to like, I don't know.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Escape mind control. Yeah, I feel like if you just listen to music and like eat whatever you want.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I don't think I have a choice. The door is closed.
Now the monitors jumped to life.
Fired.
Their true nature revealed.
What is that?
Each bore the number of an employee in the building. Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place.
Oh, I want to see if there were Easter eggs.
Nothing.
I want to see Easter eggs. I want to see if there's... I don't know what that is. That's a graph. That's a hallway. No. I want to look and see if there's Easter eggs.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
1, 2. How does it go? Because there's 1, 2 there. There's 5 over there. I'm looking for 3 and 4. I want to know before I hit it. There's 3. Okay, 3's over here. Okay, so where's 4? 4 is not here, but 5 is. I'm gonna walk in and just, like, not have a good time. I have a feeling that's exactly what's gonna happen. Something bad's gonna happen. Or at least to somewhere. I don't understand why this one leads to 3, but not 4, I guess. So what are, those big boxes are what I'm looking for, and I'm not seeing one with 4 on it. I don't know. I kind of want to press them, though. I'll press the 5 one first. Mind control, idle, await.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
I want to turn it on. The whole game just stopped and is loading, I think? It got really quiet. I don't know.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Really? Is it over already?
Yes.
What?
He
Oh,
had
let's load to
won.
somewhere else.
He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him.
Else.
For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand,
I want to see if
but
this,
to let go.
Let's see if this is more pretty than
No longer would anyone tell him
original
where to
action.
go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it
So
will
pretty.
be his.
So cool.
And that was all he needed to know.
I feel like there was like
It
just
was
a tree there
perhaps
before as well.
the only thing
I think this is
worth
just
knowing.
really well done.
Stanley stepped through the open door.
Like how we're just like the buildings just
Stanley
in the
felt
way.
the cool breeze upon his skin,
Oh well.
the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Yay, we got an ending. I think we got officially an ending. I don't know what the last one we got was. Or he just didn't listen, he just quit. Beat the game. That's the achievement. Let's go. Wow, okay. I also want to like hunt all the achievements as well. That was the thing I wanted to do. I don't know what test achievement is. Quit the game and then start it again. For the entire duration of Tuesday. That's still a year? I thought that didn't exist, but okay. Set all settings layers to max. Oh, yes. That should all be max, right? That's all max, right? Oh my god. I have to go in and like don't invert y-axis in English, subtitle medium. I feel like that should be 0. Just reset settings, yes. Delete save data. I mean, I did, and it didn't do anything. I don't know. And then I also enjoy the other achievements that are also in the game that are callbacks to the original game, like commitment play the Stanley Parable for the entirety of a Tuesday. That's an achievement. And then there's an achievement in the previous game that you get for not playing the game for 5 years. In this one, there is an achievement called Super Go Outside. Do not play the Stanley Parable for 10 years. That's kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, there's that, I guess.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Okay, I don't have subtitles. I guess when I said no subtitles, I turned off subtitles. Subtitles, yeah.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Perhaps he'd simply missed a memo. I think. Is that door there? Was that door there originally? It said new content? I don't think that's ever been there, but that's really cool.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
I want to go through there. I opened the door too far. No! What does that mean, new content? What? That's kind of funny. That's interesting. New content. The way of adding new stuff. What is this?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Yep.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting
More
audiences
game.
the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Enjoy. Interesting. Interesting. I like the way I like this. It's kind of funny.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
It's just another brick wall.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
I don't know why it's funny. It's the jump counter.
All
new
right.
Content.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Jumps remaining? What is this? Can't spam it, sadly. I'm gonna use all the jumps, so we're gonna find out what happens. I can't jump anymore. I legit can't jump anymore. This is sad, dude.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
9 years of development to add a jump circle. It sounds kind of funny to me because if you think about it, the amount of bugs that might occur. Oh, that's really funny. Kind of, sort of. I don't know. Don't tell me we just...
Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And
It's really funny.
Oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes.
It's actually
I
really
knew there
funny
had to be
to
something
think.
else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
If they... you can literally add, like, a counter that goes down and call it 10,000 hours of more content. God, that's horrible. I'm so happy no one does that. Thank you for enjoying the new content.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
I kind of... Oh, you just reset the game on your own. Okay. I don't think it booted up correctly. I hate Mondays. It's really cool.
Psst. Stanley!
We have a crowd.
Come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Cool. Like, what does that say? Sweet. I don't know. I just took a quick. Sure, why not? I don't see why not. What does that say? Does it say coffee nut? Let's go walk through the door. It might have led to just go back to the regular game, but I want to see what this is about.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Oh no. What is this? Looks so... I love the graphics.
The memory zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Looks so cool. Looks so cool. Looks so pretty.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity.
Festival.
Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Stanley Parable, buy on Steam. The original Mozilla Firefox start page? Wait, oh, the page? Whatever, yeah. The original remake. Yeah, didn't they have, like, a version of it that was, like... way old, like we saw the original graphics for it. It was like the guess what guard the release of Stanley Parable in 2013. That's good. Yeah, and then I get on Steam. Yeah, that was on Steam for. Yeah, Steam used to look so different too. They had like the source version, and then they had and they re-released it again with the better on the better source engine, or like they were in pre-production or something. I don't know. I suck at describing things, so I'll just leave it at that. One trip down memory lane. Stanley Parable. Bits of music. Soundtrack. Smile because it happened. Stanley Parable alpha test. Look at that. Wait, what does that say? Demonetization? Unachievable. It's impossible. Go outside. They got like the achievements on plaques on the wall. That's interesting. That's Mr. Krabs' dollar bill. Nominee for the British Awards, Stanley Parable. Like it got a lot of attention too. Like it was really good. This game was really good. I don't think the New York Times did a piece. I'm gonna Google that and see if New York Times actually wrote a thing about the. Oh no, never mind. I can see. I thought I read like video game gets a bunch of nominations or something. I did not read that. I want to check out that ending. I want to see if it's any different, or if it looks any different as well. Deals tough choices. In the memory of little Stanley. Oh, was little Stanley like a pet from of the developers? The developers had. Interesting. Oh, you can't even go look over.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now, it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
New elevator content. Memory zone maintenance. There's the menu. There's the Minecraft! See, like I said, I knew it was Minecraft. Let's go. I knew it. The original remake. Person of the year. Stanley Parable. These are charts, probably.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Gray, red, missing coworker scenario, 6 royalty free design, meeting boring grass trial version. Move objects, create levels of graphics, SDK source. Yeah, it was like a really old, literally anything. People play games because of what they do inside them, and your game is very good at letting them know they can't do anything.
These were simpler times, Stanley.
Mac.
But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again.
Source SDK. Yeah, it was like the old engine, yeah? Right. Dude, I love this type of music. It reminds me of Life is Strange. Like,
Wait,
Life is Strange Strive on
hang
this
on.
music. Okay, hold on.
I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Steam.
Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor.
Oh, no.
I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Oh, Steam reviews are something. Are very... Honestly, I cannot be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. The individual paths themselves are also not very fun, not offering much to do throughout each path, requiring some rather tedious nonsense to get certain endings. I cannot recommend this game to anyone, even as a so bad is good game, as you'll move more than wind up bored by your third or fourth playthrough. It was posted June 28th, 2018 by Bug Leva. I feel like that's kind of an honest report. I want to read the good one.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to
I
full
just
completion.
read
The
it. I
narrator is
just read it.
obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
That's just a tree rooted weirdly. there's just cargo containers full of Steam reviews. Steam reviews are great. They have such a mixed opinion about things. It's so funny to read sometimes. Some of them are really serious, some of them are not. You know. Why are the ones that are good not in high resolution? I want to read those ones. Oh, here's another one.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks are my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure.
I mean, like, you take this as constructive criticism, and then you do more. You make it better. I just bit my tongue. Ow. Anyways, yeah, you make it better. You work with it. You know, some of it's really harsh, not constructive criticism, but yeah, still, you work with it and you make your original project better. If I jump down here, I will not be able to come back up. I just fell.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
9.8 hours on
a skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable.
Oh,
that's
what?
my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah, 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. Got the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yet.
Hi. It scared me
You're
for a
back,
second.
you see? You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice. That is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've ever given your great gift of mortal and yet timeless thought? Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person, and in fact do the very opposite? You see, it could in fact be both of these
I
things
can't tell
at
if it wants me to
once,
skip
that
or
you
if it
are
wants me
both
to
making
wait.
choices and not making choices, and that they are both affecting you and not affecting you at the same time by virtue of the fact that you both are and are not making them. Okay, at first, I was leaning towards manifesto, but now I'm going to circle around and slap the treatise label on this one. I think it has much more of a treatise vibe to it. But wouldn't you say that manifesto
I'm gonna hit the
just
button.
has a much... Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works.
Oh no.
Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button. Although I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is runs Steam will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review, merely because of this very situation. Yes, I think that's quite likely. Or perhaps they'll simply grant this particular user the ability to change their review, so that the feature is not widely abused. Look, I would even be okay with Steam altering this particular review so that it reads as something more beneficial. Something along the lines of, this game is the best game. Let me start over. How about this? From the ashes of depravity rises the phoenix of quality. How else to describe the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe? Such a revolutionary step forward in the lineage of one of the most beloved video game properties of all time. The additions and changes made to this expansion will surely resonate in the annals of the history of all media ever made. It is perhaps true to say that no mistakes are forever etched in stone, for the stone into which the Stanley Parable was carved
I want to hear this
has
one
itself
though.
been transmuted, offering a message of hope to those who have ever erred in their judgment. You are not beyond redemption. You may change, and you may become more, so much more than...
Oh, I thought it didn't work.
Welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here? Where did the door go?
The door disappeared.
Wasn't there a door that led into this room?
Yeah, I noticed
I
that
don't feel
too.
quite
Like right at the
certain
gate.
that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a
Think
room without a door of some sort, or
What
a
happens when we skip
window or
again?
something
We'll
like
just
that. Do you
break
see a
the
window
room.
anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want
wanna
is
press
for
the
us to
button
move on and
at
to
this point.
please step away from the skip button to go anywhere other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there? I swear there was. Where did it go? Can you maybe...
Toby.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. Every one of those walls 1,000
And after
times. And there's
skipped,
no
and in 12
door,
hours you
Stanley.
did not find
There's
another
no
exit.
door. There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no
feel like if I
idea
press
how
it
long
again, it'll
I'll
just
be made
break
to
the
sit
room.
here. And more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it. And I have to believe, I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would you?
To
I've been
break the
thinking
room
and
and leave,
thinking, and
because I
I
broke
don't know
the
what I can
door.
do to convince you otherwise. Oh, my God. Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again.
Oh no.
Stanley, I think it's been a week.
It's been a week?
I've been sitting here all that time, just sitting here, not a single person to speak with.
The
And
tree's
you
dead.
think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me
I feel like
just
this game's
talking?
gonna break the
But
whole
it
game.
isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button.
Oh no.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not
Christmas.
moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you.
Oh,
To
no.
begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all.
I feel
but
like it's-
regret
we're just stuck
for the
here.
longest time, Stanley. Days, months.
This stops working. It's going slower now. I want to hear his dialogue, but at the same time, I'm not sure. Because I don't know what happens if I do the dialogue. I want to see if there's like something I get out of hearing dialogue. Dialogue's good normally too. I know I legit. Yeah. Oh. Seems that needs fixed. Can we have more of them beep?
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others.
I don't
But
think
of
he realizes
course,
we're here.
absolutely anyone can leave a review.
He's
So
right,
here's what we get.
So-
We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there
I'll let him
should
go
be
on.
a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley Parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen. The most
Oh, I thought he was done. I think he's gone again.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the
made him
end,
go
is
insane.
never the
We've
end,
made
is
him go
never
insane.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
Oh, yes, the pipes are breaking. As everything slowly starts to degrade. Fabulous. And the clock has fallen off the wall. And the whole pipe burst, apparently, and the roof is coming loose. Nice. That's fabulous. That's great. I would have loved to have been here when that happened. Getting actually kind of creepy. Oh, yes, sunlight! My favorite! Please, I just want sunlight. And not to get stuck on the concrete. Oh, yes, we have a pretty ecosystem! Oh, it's so pretty! Oh, it's so cool, too! What are we growing? What are those, berries? Heck yeah, dog. Oh. Why'd that all go away? I'm getting, like, back rooms, like, Siren Head vibes, and I don't like it. I am not a fan. I am not a fan. No, thank you. Get me out of here. Oh, what is this? Oh! Oh, the room has been... What happened? Oh, and the button is destroyed, I think, isn't it? Oh no, the button's gone. We're out in the desert somehow. The world just like collapsed or something? There's only one sun still, so. What in the world is this game? What is this game, dude? Okay. Okay. Okay, what just happened? And we're back. That was an ending. Okay. That was weird. Yeah, cool, but weird. It was very confusing to me.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Okay.
What could it mean?
I'm gonna try and
Stanley
speed my way
decided to
through
go
here.
to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
New content. Now you have me curious.
Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
I thought we were over with this, but we're not. So here we go again. What could go wrong for checking new content? Oh, we're straight to it. Cool. I like that. I'm a fan of that. Let's rock it. Let's do it.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this Ultra Deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So
Indeed.
forget this Ultra Deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable
2.
2.
That's...
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions.
Professor Showcase.
This is what fans have truly been asking for.
I like it. I'm down. I think it looks pretty. I think it's really good.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Dude, I think it's a vibe, dude. I'm down. They're back. 2 doors. New content is out. New content part 2 is in. Old busted, new hotness. Boring section of charts. Cool red section of chart. It's a vibe, dude. Are these like... Is this a... Oh, they're going over logos for the Stanley Parable 2. I wonder what these reference. There's gotta be like... That's a Resident Evil reference. I see that. Thanks for attending my meeting. I can't tell what that one is. I know that one down there is probably Resident Evil or some other thingy. I think that's some like rom-com thing. I think I've seen that somewhere. Maybe like Criminal Minds. I don't know. It's probably not Criminal Minds type look, but no, this is just a Stanley look. I don't know. It's cool though. More TSB, better TSB. Paradigm? I think I'm saying that wrong. The color red. Leverage, holistic sequel. It's Stanley Parable 2, now co-op. I can see that.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them.
Yeah.
It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Heck yeah, new features. We got like a dude. Imagine a studio with like just a city bus in it, like just kind of like vibing, dude. That is truly a vibe. Oh yes, the framework, the showroom.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
A button that says the player's in it. Okay, hold on. I want to read some of these. Hold on. The button that says the name of the player that's playing the game. A jump circle, an infinite hole. Free new easy achievement. I kind of want to go to that immediately. Collectibles. Funny. It's funny, but it would work. Pull the lever and receive new achievement. No more steps. It just works.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel, to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
What if you press it enough times that if it'll just work? I wonder. It's gotta be like a workaround. I can't just sit here and have to do that. I'm live streaming. I still want to see if it'll work if I press it enough times, man. So I want achievements. Well, I will leave it and come back to it. This is technology that'll work in the future. Fine. I won't try to get it yet.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
The free achievement, the jump circle. Collect them all.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
That's one of 6! Oh, it's funny. It's actually really funny.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
I still want to see if this achievement thing works. I'm gonna see if he gets mad too if I come back here and try it. Nah, he's not gonna do anything. I'm sad. Oh well. I'll leave it mean for now. I feel like I'm recording. I'm really not. I feel like I can edit a bunch of stuff out, but this is live. We're doing it live, so it's a big difference. No screenshots. I don't want to go there yet. The jump circle.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle. Oh well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
Sad, dude. Sad. I want a button that says the player's name as merchandise. The Reassurance bucket. Let's go. What is up here? Office decorations and all. I want to go to the bucket.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket.
Oh no.
You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind.
Oh, it's dropping from the ceiling.
Cool. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Give the bucket.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact,
I mean, like the way I'm
can I
holding
say
the
that I
bucket,
do
not with the
believe the
handle,
bucket
but
lends you an
with
air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Nice. I keep the bucket. I want the bucket.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Okay, consistent quality with just the right amount of change. The baby's all grown up. Bankruptcy. Red is the new orange. A whole new office.
For the Stanley Parable
there's
2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
Jim.
Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim. Imagine yourself driving to work as Jim, playing frisbee on the weekends as Jim, staying up all night for a popcorn and horror movie sleepover as Jim, developing a crippling substance addiction as Jim, rediscovering yourself through fringe religious groups as Jim, and finally dying a slow death at an old age, surrounded by members of your cult as Jim. Do you feel it in your soul? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If
Jim.
all right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here. I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on?
Jim.
See, if you'd only played along, that would have been your name the button says. But no. Instead, I can't even think about it. I'm taking the Jim button away.
No!
Jim.
The fact that
Jim.
going through the fact I just so press it as it leaves is really funny. Big button. Alright. I'm sad now.
Maybe I'll only let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable 2. They would appreciate. An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it would go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Where am I at right now? I'll figure out. I think it goes to the, a whole setting world champions. I'm gonna take this bug into the achievements. I really hope this I know this is a test achievement that it's possible to get the achievement. I don't know how. But I'm gonna take a bucket to the machine and hope it works. I don't think it will, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Of course not. All this effort walking down here with a bucket just for it to not work. Color me a bit sad about that. Let's go through here to the no screenshots.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th
I don't know if
Birthday.
this got off my
Which would you
stream
go
by pressing
with?
this button, but I'm gonna try. I took a screenshot to see if it would do anything. It didn't cut my stream. All right, we're good. It did literally nothing. I was hoping it would do like a mean thing. It did not. I'm a bit sad about that, but oh well. Oh, what? Oh, it wanted me to pick a balloon. I already tried to.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
Oh, no. It's all filled with that now.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision, we're moving on.
You heard Jim in the game. You heard Jim in the game. The button that says Jim. Oh, that's funny. Okay, how do I get back up again? Okay, I'll get through here. Go to the endless hole. It won't end. Nice. And we're gonna check it out. Settings World Competition. Ah, why will that work? I collected it, and now it's sad. No, I did not mean for that to happen. Why did that happen? It's over here. There's stuff over here I missed, I think. The exit and the jump circle. What's the exit? I don't want to go to the exit. Who wants to go to the exit? Why would you want to go to the exit? Opening, depth, infinite rim, surrounding area. More hole, depth, space.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Yeah, let's do it.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more
Weird.
ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Teleport button to get back to the top. I was really hoping it would just load me to a different area. It did not, but I thought it was funny, so. Again, I'm gonna try and get this achievement again. I've done everything in this area, I think. I've gotten the collectible, I've gotten bucket, I've taken a screenshot. No, of course not. I guess I'm just left with the exit now. While I do that, I'll look at my phone here in a second. Making my way downtown, walking fast.
All right, have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Ah, employee 427. No, just creatures.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay.
Let's see here.
Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh, yes. I enjoy this. I want more.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes.
Let's go.
This is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
I like it,
Who am I kidding,
though.
Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course.
Yeah.
With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work?
Maybe.
I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead.
All right.
Take a look.
I would love to. Yo, that actually looks sick. Yo, it's actually really cool. I like that. Yo.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee
everywhere.
number 427.
Oh no.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor
on the desk.
telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them,
In what
and
order.
in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
Let's go.
Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
Stanley
Something that
Parable
would
2.
forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him
Happy
instructions,
birthday,
call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened.
Everywhere.
This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Let's go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley felt the bucket calling to him, begging him to pick it up.
What?
Why was he not doing it?
I want to go pick up the bucket. Where's the bucket at? The bucket.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Let's go. I got a bucket now.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
I have a bucket now. Let's go.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find... Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to... Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
I'm gonna...
Stepping into
No!
the manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any
I
human
don't remember
life.
the code.
Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would, and he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845.
I got close.
But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Dude, I wonder if the machine is in here somewhere. The achievement machine? I wonder if that's how you get it. I don't know.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine. Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television
switch it up a little
screens.
bit. I'll do a
What
different ending
horrible
in a second.
secret did this place hold? Stanley and the
still get a
bucket
different
both
ending from
wondered
here.
to themselves.
That's what I'm gonna do. I might as well. I'm already here.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Alright.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machine... But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself?
I hit on, by the way.
The bucket had betrayed him like this. Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds. Silly birds. The control buttons became active again.
it's birds. It's flamingo.
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
Wow, that was it. Oh, we started over again. Okay. That's an interesting new ending. Alright, I think I have to go. Sadly, I wanted to do maybe like 1 or 2 more endings, but it's good to hear something, I think. But I don't know if I'll stream this again or if I'll play this by myself again. I just kind of wanted to try and hit that 2-hour mark. That way I can say I played it. I like the way the way I normally do things is I pay for $1. It's basically $1 an hour. If I pay $10, I expect 10 hours out of a game. And I paid 13. So I don't know if I want to stream this or play this one by myself, but I just know I wanted to hit that 2-hour mark. That way I could say I played it enough. And there's definitely more content here than I originally thought there was. I thought there wasn't, because the first ending I got was the ending, or like the first couple endings were the same endings as the original Stanley Parable. But then we got to the new content, and things started to get really interesting, and really funny and good, and that's amazing. I like it. Anyways, I have to go do stuff. Sadly, we didn't hit the 2-hour mark, but we hit the 1 hour and 41. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed coming along with me on stream. It's been a while since I streamed. I think it was fun. I kind of 50-50 on this. Like I said, I think the Stanley Parable excels, extremely excels at playing it by yourself. And it's not that hard of a game to run on systems. As long as your game can run like a Source Engine game, I think it'll run this just fine. I highly recommend it. If you are interested in this game, you play it by yourself and not ruined by other people's reactions. You know, unless you want to like see what other people think, of course, you know, before you see it. But I feel like if you see it before you play it, it'll spoil too much of the game and too much of the wittiness this game has to offer. Anyways, I'm done talking. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I did. I might start streaming again soon if I get the time. I don't know. It was just a rare commodity that I could stream today, and I planned it, and so that's what I did, since I had it. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed, I'll see you guys in whatever I make next. May that be, otherwise try to get weekly videos out. You know, it works that way.